What's now called Rowland Court used to be called Heath Houses. Heath Houses was a former shelter scheme which homed 88 individuals going back in the 1970s, where the building was first constructed till 1970 style. That shelter scheme became less and less efficient because it became less and less in demand, and so we had a scheme whereby it's becoming unviable. So following various consultations with the residents over an extensive period of time, it was then decided that Severnside and the residents would look to do something different with the scheme. The outcome of that is Rowland Court, which is to redevelop the scheme and use the sale proceeds for affordable homes.
The problem with Heath Houses was, because it was built in the 60s, it was very much that concrete jungle, and the old side had ramps and the flats were quite difficult in how they were set out. There was probably the strongest community spirit that we'd ever had in a scheme here, so that had to be very carefully managed, and that's where my role came in once the decision was made to close.
We've replaced the existing dwellings with 41 new homes, 32 apartments and 9 townhouses at the front of the site. The whole idea was to have a courtyard in the central courtyard with parking, with one way in and one way out of the site, so that you're dealing with issues like security and ownership of the area, so people who don't have any business being here doesn't necessarily come to the site.
Well, I think Rowland Court sells itself because of the quality of the homes that we provide, and also the location within Shrewsbury. It gives people really good access into the town centre, especially to all transport links. And people can go into Shrewsbury and you don't have to take the car in in terms of parking. So there's some really good amenities in Shrewsbury in the town centre that people want to access.
The total scheme cost of this scheme, believe it or not, was £4 million. Of that, £3.4 million was for construction and demolition. So that's a very competitive price in any market, especially if you consider the level of construction that we've put here, the enhancements that we put in the scheme, and the quality of the scheme, which we are very proud of.
This is probably the largest one we've done. We've done probably 7 or 8 projects now over the last 10 years with Severnside. We knew that this was a main gateway into Shrewsbury. We had to get this one right. It had to be in keeping with the rest of the area around here. You've got the Abbey just down the road, so everybody knows this area of Shrewsbury. And we've had many compliments about it, and we were delighted with the way it went with Severnside. The internal finishes are especially good on this. A lot of competition for this type of housing around here, so it had to be right. And yeah, everything went really well. We commenced construction in March 2014. And the schemes were completed in October 2015. In terms of what Severnside want to portray to the public, in terms of what Severnside want to actually deliver in future, we want to make a stamp and a statement to say this is the quality that we can produce, and we believe that we've produced a very attractive scheme here in a very prominent area of Shrewsbury.
There's lots of developments going on around the town centre, but none really that are such close proximity to the actual centre and all its facilities. It offers good value, a good range of property types which suits all buyers, and a very good end product with a good management company behind.